Do you think you've got the most dedicated fan base?
Feels that way.
Star Trek fans might have something to say about that.
And Marvel as well, of course.
Yeah, well.
What's up, Star Wars nerds? Welcome back to the channel. You know, we are just a few short days away from Kenobi. Probably going to be one of the longest nights of my life since we're doing a dual premiere on the episode, but we've been getting so much fun stuff from Hayden and Ewan, and I think my favorite one to date, more than Vanity Fair, all the other articles that have come out, is this Agree to Disagree, where we get some seriously wholesome moments.
There was that guy on set who just had a car on wheels.
Yeah. Thomas.
And Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas.
That's right.
Yeah.
And all he did was make lightsabers.
It's this kind of stuff constantly coming out that is just making me feel so happy. It's nice to get something that's not controversial and it's just all smiles, and these dudes were just vibing off of each other. But it wasn't all pineapples and motorbikes. They did talk about the prequels.
The prequels were underrated. 3, 2, 1.
I mean, not by the people that love that. Sort of we made them for, in fact.
Yeah, underrated at the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
And by the critics and stuff.
I feel like now,
time,
though, just needed a little bit of time, you know, to sort of ferment in our popular culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a fine wine.
But I think they were appreciated at the time by the generation we made them for, if you like. It's just that there was no social media then. There was no we didn't hear their voice as much as you would do nowadays. You know, with a film that's coming out now, there's no question what people think about it because you can see it on social media, and the audience's voice is much louder now, if you like.
The reason I wanted to stop and talk about this for a second is because so many times in our live streams and often in online arguments, everybody says, well, the sequels got just as much hate as the prequels did when it came out. But to be honest with you, this is kind of proof in the pudding right here. They're talking about who hated it, and mostly what they remember is the critics. It's not the fans that were lashing out at them. And this is something that's so important to me because I think if we did have the platform that we have today, and we have all the social media that we have today, the prequels might have been received a lot better than the public thinks that they were.
And at the time, basically the reaction was driven by the critics who decided they weren't as good as the original film, and George always had he always had a very strong idea to make them different kinds of movies. He didn't set out to remake what he'd done in the 70s. He wanted to try to tell to set those films up, if you like, but also to make them feel different, which they do.
God love ya, Ewan McGregor. So like I said, Kenobi is right around the corner. I'm going to be staying up late doing the watch party at midnight. It's going to be a rough day at work the next day, but I think it's 100% going to be worth it. And we're leading right into Star Wars Celebration, where I'm sure the news is going to be flowing like crazy, hopefully. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys will join me as well. I'm X-Wing. I'm out. May the Force be with you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.